So given f of x is the square root of x minus 5, I want to find the limit as h approaches 0 of f of 7 plus h minus f of 7 all over h. Okay, so let's plug it in. So now we have, for x, we're going to plug in 7 plus h. So that's just going to be the square root of 7 plus h, and then minus 5. Then we're going to subtract that with f of 7. So we're going to plug in x equals 7 and get the square root of 7 minus 5, and that's all over h. At this step, we can simplify this because here we have a negative 5 minus negative 5. Okay, so negative 5 is subtracting itself, so those should go away. And we should have square root of 7 plus h minus the square root of 7 all over h. Okay. So this is definitely more simplified, but we can go further because we want to get rid of the h in the denominator. Okay, and the way you get rid of the h in the denominator is by multiplying by the conjugate of the top. So we're going to multiply by the square root of 7 plus h plus the square root of 7 for both the top and the bottom. And at the top, it's just going to be 7 plus h minus 7. On the bottom, it's h times the quantity 7 plus h plus square root 7. So here, I do want to explain more why it's 7 plus h minus 7 at the top, because here the conjugate, it's basically a minus b times a plus b, right? Where a is the square root of 7 plus h, and b is the square root of 7. And this is a difference of two squares, right? A squared minus b squared. Difference of two squares is a minus b times a plus b. So we're really squaring 7 plus h and square root 7. So that's where we get 7 plus h minus 7. And the nice thing is the 7s are going to cancel, so we're just going to have h at the top over here. Okay, so we can go a step further. Say, okay, the top is h, the bottom is also h, but that's multiplied by square root of 7 plus h plus square root of 7. So now the h's are going to cancel, and we're just going to have 1 over the square root of 7 plus h plus square root of 7. So now we're allowed to plug in h equals 0. When we do that, we get 1 over 2 square root 7. And that's our final answer.